Hello dear viewers, a very warm welcome to our channel. It's very good to have you here. In this video, we are going to have a look at top 20 symptoms of a bad oxygen sensor. The oxygen sensor is a very critical component of your vehicle's engine management system. It monitors the amount of oxygen in the exhaust gas and sends this information to the engine control unit. The engine control unit uses this data to adjust the air-fuel mixture for optimal combustion. When the oxygen sensor fails, it can lead to a range of performance issues and even damage other components. Let's have a look at some of the top symptoms of a bad oxygen sensor, along with some of the things that you can do in order to fix it. 1. Check engine light illuminates. A faulty oxygen sensor is one of the most common triggers of a check engine light. The ECU detects irregular reading from the sensor and then alerts the driver by turning the check engine light on. So, if your check engine light is illuminated, it could be caused by a faulty oxygen sensor. What can you do about it? Then use an OBD2 scanner to read the error code. Codes like P0130 up to P0135 or P0171, P0174 often indicate oxygen sensor issues. 2. Poor fuel economy. A bad oxygen sensor can cause the engine to run rich, or it can make it run lean. By rich, we mean the vehicle is using too much fuel. By lean, we mean too little fuel is being supplied to the cylinders. This will lead to increased fuel consumption either way. So, monitor your fuel efficiency. If it drops suddenly, then have the oxygen sensor checked out. It could be a culprit. 3. Rough idle. An incorrect air-fuel mixture caused by a faulty oxygen sensor can result in uneven engine idling or stalling. So, listen for irregular engine sound or vibration when the car is stationary. Rough idle can be an indication of a failing oxygen sensor. 4. Engine misfire. Bad oxygen sensor can disrupt the air-fuel ratio, and this can cause incomplete combustion and engine misfire. Misfires often feel like a jerking or hesitation during acceleration. So if you lately start feeling jerking or hesitation during acceleration, it could be caused by failing oxygen sensor. 5. Black exhaust smoke. Rich air-fuel mixture caused by a faulty oxygen sensor can lead to unburned fuel exiting the exhaust, producing black smoke. Now this can be costly. Check the exhaust for excessive smoke, especially during acceleration. If it started to emit black smoke lately, it could be an indication of failing oxygen sensor. 6. Sulfur or rotten egg smell. A failing oxygen sensor can cause the catalytic converter to work inefficiently, resulting in sulfur-like smell from the exhaust. If you notice, then inspect the oxygen sensor and also inspect the catalytic converter. 7. Failed emission test. Bad oxygen sensor can cause your vehicle to emit higher level of pollutant, leading to a failed emission test. So if your car fails emission, go ahead and check for the operation of the oxygen sensor. It could be one of the first components to check. 8. Poor acceleration. Faulty sensors can cause the engine to hesitate or struggle during acceleration due to an incorrect air-fuel mixture. So, test your car acceleration and not any sluggishness. If it is feeling sluggish when you try to accelerate, poor acceleration could be caused by faulty oxygen sensor. 9. Engine surging. A malfunctioning oxygen sensor can cause the engine to surge or suddenly increase in RPM without driver input. So if your RPM is going up and down, oscillating without you requiring it, that could be an indication of a failing oxygen sensor. So pay attention to unexpected surge while driving. 10. Bad oxygen sensor can't properly regulate the air-fuel mixture, leading to increased emission of hydrocarbon, increased emission of carbon monoxide, and increased emission of nitrogen oxides. So, use an emission analyzer to check what is coming out of the exhaust. If you happen to notice that there is an increase in hydrocarbon, CO, and NOx emission, it could be caused by a bad oxygen sensor, because These emissions are basically affected by the air-fuel ratio. If there is wrong air-fuel ratio being supplied to the engine, that could lead to increased emission. 11. Catalytic converter damage. A faulty oxygen sensor can cause the catalytic converter to overheat, or it can make it become clogged, leading to costly repairs. So, if you suspect that there is a problem with the sensor, then address them promptly to avoid damaging the catalytic converter. If the air-fuel mixture is not correct due to a faulty oxygen sensor, that can place additional extra strain on the catalytic converter, and that will lead to overheating of the catalytic converter. So always make sure that the oxygen sensor is functioning properly, otherwise it will lead to expensive catalytic converter replacement. 12. Engine running too rich. Bad oxygen sensor may send incorrect signal to the ECU, causing it to inject too much fuel into the engine. So, look for symptoms like black smoke, poor fuel economy, and strong fuel smell. If you notice all of this happening at once, then it means the engine is running too rich, wasting fuel. Fuel additionally is being supplied into the cylinders. 12. Engine running too rich. Bad oxygen sensor may send incorrect data to the ECU, causing it to inject additional fuel, too much fuel into the engine. This will make the engine to run rich. So always look for symptoms that indicate engine is running too rich. When the engine is running too rich, it is not economical. You will have black smoke. You will have a strong fuel smell. All this could indicate a faulty oxygen sensor. 13. Engine running too lean. A failing oxygen sensor can also cause the engine to run lean with less fuel than required. When there is too much air and not enough fuel, and that is called the lean air-fuel ratio. So this will lead to engine overheating, and it can even cause engine damage. So watch out symptoms like engine knocking, engine overheating, or engine hesitation. That could be an indication of lean air-fuel mixture. Lean air-fuel mixture could be an indication of a failing oxygen sensor as well. 14. Poor cold start performance. Bad oxygen sensor can make it difficult for the engine to start in cold weather due to incorrect fuel mixture adjustment. So, if your car is struggling to start in cold, it could be caused by bad oxygen sensor. The starting phase, especially in cold climate, is very crucial, where we need good cranking, good air-fuel mixture ratio, and strong spark. If one of these is not there, then it will lead to poor starting. So poor cold start performance could be caused by wrong air-fuel ratio as a result of failing oxygen sensor. Increased fuel smell. Rich fuel mixture caused by bad oxygen sensor can result in strong smell of fuel inside the car or inside the engine compartment as well. Investigate the source of the smell of fuel, starting with the oxygen sensor. And reduced engine power is another indication of a failing oxygen sensor. Failing oxygen sensor can cause the ECU to limit engine power to prevent damage, resulting in reduced performance. So if your car feels under power, then check the oxygen sensor. If you know that the engine power is getting reduced, then it's time to look at the oxygen sensor. Spark plug falling is another indication of a failing oxygen sensor. Rich fuel mixture caused by a malfunctioning O2 sensor can fool the spark plugs, leading to poor combustion and poor engine performance as well. So, inspect the spark plugs. If they are black, if they are sooty, or if they have carbon deposit, it could be caused by rich air-fuel mixture as a result of a failing oxygen sensor. And finally, engine overheating. A lean air-fuel mixture caused by a faulty oxygen sensor can lead to engine overheating due to increased combustion temperature. So, monitor your engine temperature gauge and address overheating issues immediately. So always, when you happen to notice there is something abnormal on your engine, check for error codes related to O2 sensor. Look for any physical damage, corrosion, or contamination of the sensor so you can visually inspect it. Use a multimeter to check the sensor voltage and resistance if you're handy, and then use a scan tool to observe the auto signal reading in real time. By monitoring this data, you can confirm operation of the oxygen sensor. Most car manufacturers recommend replacing the oxygen sensor every 60,000 to 90,000 miles. If you notice any of the above symptoms, then have the sensor inspected and replace it if necessary. So, bad oxygen sensor can significantly impact your vehicle performance, fuel efficiency, and emission. By recognizing the symptoms early and addressing them promptly, you can avoid costly repairs and keep your car running smoothly. If you suspect your oxygen sensor is failing, then don't delay. Get it checked immediately and have it replaced if it needs replacement. That will increase safety of your vehicle, and that will lead to comfortable drive. So, dear viewers, that is all we have for you regarding some of the top symptoms of a failing oxygen sensor. If you find this video helpful, please smash the like button. If you are new to this channel, do consider subscribing. Turn on notifications so that you will be the first to get notified whenever we come up with another video. Until then, stay safe.